Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Obelisk Lounge. My name is Justice, and as y'all can see by the thumbnail, I'm going to be reading some specific questions going around with this Diddy situation. And one other question I actually need to go ahead and write down is about him and Carisha. Like, what is Carisha, thinking and feeling and stuff like that? Let me write that down real quick. Okay. So this first video, really all of the videos that y'all are gonna see about Diddy are just gonna be like one question, just like quick clips or whatever that comes out. I'm sorry, not quick clips, but like quick little videos to just answer the initial question that I have posted, and then of course I'll read anything else that comes out. But with this first video, the first question is I want to know, how does Diddy's children feel about what it is that he's experiencing? So let me see, elevated interest, what is it that P. Diddy's children, what are their feelings and things like that with what it is, that he's experiencing with, with him getting exposed? What are their thoughts and feelings and stuff like that at this time in regards to their father? Go ahead and like, subscribe, all those things. If you haven't already, booking information is in the description box if you want to book a personal reading. So let's just get straight to it. So how does Diddy's children feel about their father's exposure? 5, 4, 3. I'm hearing disenchanted. They feel overexposed. They feel as like they can't move about in the world how it is that they once moved about, like as far as like their reputation, as far as like what people see, when they see his children. It's like now they're like, okay, my father's image is now attached to my image, so they feel disenchanted. They feel powerless in a sense. And I'm more so feeling like as I'm saying this, I'm seeing his twin girls more so come into my mind's eye, and then I'm seeing not Al B. Sure's son, but the other son, the one that's lighter than the one that looks just like Diddy. I don't know if he's Christian or the other one. I can't think of the name, but the other one that wears the other lighter skinned boy that's actually, I think, like his child, or his child with Misa. That one, I cannot think of his name. Put his name in the comment section. But I'm more so seeing like that's how the twins feel, and that, yep, 7 of Hearts is speaking about that disenchantment that it is that they feel. They feel like they are going to be missing out like on like a lot of perks and things like that they once got with the public. They felt like royalty before all of this came out, and now they feel like the blinders are off on the public, and so they feel like that this may impact their own reputation and their own notoriety and careers and things like that going forward with all of this stuff going out. I mean, not going out, but coming out about him. They feel like they're going to be missing out on their own, like I said, career opportunities and different things like that, because their image, 7 of Hearts, is tarnished along, with their father's image. They are really feeling like they actually want to detach from him. Especially, I'm feeling like the girls and that middle boy. I don't know. Well, is he the middle boy? The one that he got with Misa, the other lighter skinned boy, not Al B. Sure's son, but the other one, y'all. I cannot think of his name, but that one, like he feels like this is going to impact, his future, business endeavors, his future career endeavors, all of those different things. I'm also picking up, even with the 7 of Hearts coming out, like some resentment. They feel like, yeah, 3 of Spades, 4 of Hearts. There's a lot of resentment and things like that. They feel misled. They feel tricked. They feel as though, Dad, you were supposed to, protect us from all of this chaos, from all of these different things. You were supposed to be, you know, the man on top of the world and different things like that. But, you know, but you have failed, you know, at that. You have failed us at that. And so even his own children are actually really wanting to distance themselves from him. But I'm feeling like the darker skinned boy, the one that looks like him the most, he is actually wanting to cling closer to his father though. Like he's the one that's not, he's not as distant. I see him clinging, you know, close to him emotionally and things like that. However, he is even still holding on hope that, you know, that things, you know, will recover as far as like the reputation and things like that with he and his father. Because didn't he get into some mess too? And wasn't he accused, you know, of S.A.N., you know, one of the yacht girls or something like that? Didn't something like that come out about him? So but he's kind of like very delusional though. He's very delusional about the situation. He doesn't think things are as bad as they seem, and him and the middle boy are actually not talking as much. I feel like they got into some type of spat, some type of disagreement about everything that's going on, because he feels as though they are abandoning their father, you know, in their time, you know, in his time of need, and like an emotional abandonment more so than like a physical abandonment, especially when we talk about the twins, because like they're still minors. But he's the darker skinned boy, I think Christian, I think his name is actually Christian, right? The darker skinned boy, he feels as though he doesn't feel disenchanted. He puts me in the mind of a very wet behind the ears, gullible young Diddy, like very delusional, you know what I'm saying, about the severity of the situation. He still feels as though, you know, he can't be touched, his father can't be touched, all of these different things. Eight of Hearts, Nine of Hearts, and the Ace of Hearts, they are torn. The twins, I'm feeling like they are very torn with their feelings about it, because they're like, well, dang, you know, we don't have, you know, our mom here physically anymore. So all we do have is our dad. However, we really don't want to be associated with him, but we feel like that, but we have no choice but to be associated with him and different things like that, because they still have a lot of love, you know, and care about him. And they're actually a little bit worried about him too. So it's like, even in the midst of this emotional detachment that it is that they're going through, they're still worried for, you know, his overall well-being. They're worried about, you know, his future. Yeah, they're still very worried and concerned about it. Let me see. Do the twins think that he killed killed Kim Porter, their mom? Let me see. Do his children think? Hold on. Let me bless these cards real quick, or clean them. Okay. Let's see. Do the twins feel as though, oh, well, not even just the twins, but all his kids, like, do his kids feel like he killed Kim Porter? 5, 4, 3. I heard disillusionment. So the blinders are off for them, especially more so with the twins. Like, they really don't want to believe it. And the older kid, the older kids know he did. I'm seeing Quincy pop up in my head. I'll be sure, son. He knows that he did. Yeah, he knows that he did. The twins more so are like indifferent about it, but they are being indifferent because they don't want to listen to their intuition. They don't want to listen to the rumors and different things like that. But they know deep down inside too. But I'm seeing like the veil coming off of their eyes in relation to that situation. They don't want to believe it, but they have no choice but to believe it, especially because they saw and witnessed different things already. They know they daddy hell on wheels. This really ain't nothing new to them about it. They're caught between a rock and a hard place. And then let me see. Do they know, what do they think he was involved in the Death of camcorder elevated ancestors. 5, 4, 3. Oh, yeah, disillusionment. Disillusionment is the Queen of Spades, 5 of Clubs, and the 5 of Diamonds. So one of the children, and I'm actually feeling like this is low-key Quincy, in like a small inkling with the twins, they actually do want him to go ahead and get in trouble for that, because they do know that there is something, they do know that he was involved in it. They actually want the situation, Queen of Spades, 5 of Clubs, and 5 of Diamonds, they want him to go ahead and pay for, they want him to go ahead and pay for that. They want the truth of the matter to come to light. And I actually see that it is. Within the next year, I see her case being reopened, her autopsy and different things like that being revisited. And whoever was there that night, like, I feel like this is like some security guard or some driver or something like that. That person is either dead or they about to die. I'm not laughing at that, but I'm just like, I feel like this person ain't here no more, or are they about to not be here no more? You know what I'm saying? Because it's something about this person. Yeah, this person's not here anymore. This person passed away. Whomever, like the driver was, or some security person, somebody a part of, I feel like, Kim's security detail, if she had one. Well, clearly I'm seeing that she did have one, like she traveled, or she had some type of security people around her. Do you all know if her house was gated? Because I'm seeing whomever the guard was at her house, I feel like that person that knows what happened actually died, and that person was going to be exposing some stuff, or had already told some people about it, which is how I'm feeling like some of the information surrounding her death had got out anyway, even though we already know, those of us that's grown, I mean 30 and older, probably even maybe 28, 27 and older, already know Diddy. You know, we already know all those rumors about Diddy all these years have been true. But there was some type of security officer, some guard at her, not her apartment, but at her home in the community that they actually offed. Because they were going to be sharing the details of about all the people that came, or like the 2 or 3 people, because I'm seeing like maybe like 2 or 3 people that were there the night that she passed, before she passed. Yeah, like this situation is spiritually covered. Like there's like a lot of smoke and mirror surrounding it. So getting all of the details is taking me a little bit more time, because there's like a spiritual covering over the situation, like a spiritual enchantment over it to keep the truth and certain details from coming out. But I can see clearly though that he actually did, like he had her killed. He didn't do it himself, but he had some person go and do it. I feel like this is maybe like a doctor, like like one of those house call doctors, those doctors that make house calls. Sometimes when I'm reading and when I'm channeling information, some of my sentences sometimes will be out of order because of from which they're flowing. So put it together. But yeah, he did. It was like it was some. I feel like she was injected with something too that stopped her heart. It's like some type of and it's something that disintegrates into not disintegrates, but it's something that dissolves into your system that doesn't show up on certain tests and different things like that, like toxicology reports and stuff like that. Whatever it is that they injected in her is something that goes undetected. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Yeah, whatever they did. Let me see what else. But going back to the original question, Quincy, no. The twins, they are a little bit, they don't want to believe it, but they believe it and they know it to be true. But they really don't want to believe it. It's something that they really don't talk about, or they don't have the privacy to talk about. Yeah, they don't have the privacy to talk about it, but they know something is up. I'm seeing that the boy that looks more like Diddy, he is very afraid of his father as well in regards to this situation, because he's witnessed and heard some things, heard his father talk about different things, that he has done to people. And so when he did it to Kim Porter, it really it really shook them. It shook all of the kids. Like, it shook them greatly. It's like, dang, daddy did this to, you know what I'm saying, to our stepmom, you know what I'm saying, or to our mom. Like, really? And so it's like they're kind of scared straight and scared silent, to the point where they don't discuss it amongst each other. They just all kind of have this understanding and this spiritual, psychosis, like surrounding the truth of the matter. Let me see. I'm just trying to see what else. I don't hear my folks saying anything else about it, because that's just what it is. Let me see. Oh yeah, let me go back to the autopsy. Family, take me back to the autopsy. It's going to be reopened. So I'm hearing like within the next 10 months, they're going to reopen and do some type of investigating and things like that. But she's not going to get justice for it, though. Yeah, I don't see Kim getting justice for this situation, because they don't have any proof. Yeah, my Joker came out. Yeah, there's no proof. Like, they're not, she's not going to get justice for this for her death, unfortunately, and not him being directly linked to it. But I do see them and she's not going to get justice for it, because whatever they did at the house before they called the police and different things like that, any of that evidence, like, it was like it's not around anymore. Like, it's gone. I don't know what they did with it, but the evidence is gone. I don't feel like they threw it out or burnt it or anything like that. I feel like maybe they may be withholding it, or some of it might be in a safe or something like that. But I do see that doctor coming underneath investigation, though. Like, that celebrity, like her doctor, he's like a celebrity doctor. I do see him coming under investigation, though, and he might not get in trouble for hers. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth, because it's gonna be some type of medicine. Whatever he injected her with is something that is missing from his bookkeeping, missing from like his medical files or something like that. Any nurses, or doctors, that end up watching this reading, chime in as far as like how the medicines and things like that, are accounted for, because they're going to go back into like his books, into like his medical filings, and see that some medicine was unaccounted for. And so they're going to try to circumvent and get him through that way, but I don't really see it working. So they're going to have to connect him with somebody else's, untimely death. But I don't see her in particular getting justice directly for her murder, because I mean, that's really what it was. Unfortunately, it'll be a slow justice that she receives. A slow justice by way of all the things that's coming out about him now. And more. And I'm not getting any other information, so that's the reading. I'm just gonna stop it right there. Any additional questions that y'all have about this situation, go ahead and put them in the comments below, and I will record a separate reading about it. That's all I got, y'all. Y'all be careful, you know, out here in these streets. Be mindful. Okay, be mindful and be careful who it is that you fool with, and you choose to entertain in different things like that. Exercise intuition and discernment, because this stuff is real. So Godspeed to you. Thanks for tuning in.